map, you should do it.
Okay.
That is it.
Okay.
Don't let me share. Okay. So you're able to see my screen.
Yes.
So, and there are some things like you done title and row numbers. Date time format.
Yeah.
In this one, you use the strf time function.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't want you to use this one.
Okay.
Only f strings. So using f strings also you can do with that format specification is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Based on that you can do.
Okay.
Because now the thing is you are already evaluating everything. Okay, and just using the f string to print it.
Yes.
But I want you to use this format inside the f string without this function.
Okay.
Try that. Yeah, you have to try that one.
Okay.
And this one also, print number different format.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here you have used the built-in function.
Yeah.
Okay, but there is no need to use built-in function and this slicing and all. Okay. So check for the format specification and try to find a character which will actually print that in that format. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And, yeah, this is fine. Expression. Yeah, here also you kept the a plus b equal to outside the replacement field.
Yes.
Okay, but that is not the case. That is literally you are doing it. I want you to keep it inside the replacement field, but still it should be displayed. There is a way for that. Okay. Yeah. So this are done. List also, I think you have done something. List from numbers. This is fine. And max function. Okay. So here you have used this map function, right?
Yeah, I wanted
Map is something I'll cover in detail for you. So don't go with map. So max function, there is one hint I can give you. You can check that hint and then later write.
Yeah, max function I saw it prints the max of that.
But there is something more than that. Okay. So very good. Max. Okay. So max here, you are exploring only up to this part. arg1, args, everything. Okay. But I want you to check this key part.
Okay.
So what is that key? The key argument specifies a one argument ordering function. Okay. So it specifies only a function name. You have to just pass the function name. Okay. So whatever you have tried in this one. So why you converted to int is because you cannot do this string comparison. That's why you are doing the int conversion, right?
Correct.
Okay. So pass that int built in to the. Okay. The result can be still in the string. Okay. But while comparing, it will compare the integer values of the strings. Okay. You need not convert the list to integer format, but still, while comparing, it will use that int it will apply the int for every single element of the list and then do the comparison. Okay. So you can check that one. And comma separated numbers. Yeah. Sorted list. You have used the sorted. Okay. Sort. Yeah. Index maximum number. Index. Again, here also don't use the map. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. Now we'll come back to operators. So, arithmetic, I think we are here in the binary bitwise operators, we have to check. Okay. So binary bitwise operators, ampersand and or what is this? Yeah. Bitwise XOR of its arguments. This is XOR operator and this is the OR operator. So here for this one, there is one example. So we will just go through that example. Okay. So, I mean, this is a bit advanced only, but it will be very useful for you as an example. Okay. might be like a real-time kind of thing. Okay. So there is one module in Python. Okay, so that is OpenCV. This is mainly used for dealing with images. Okay, whenever you want to manipulate some images or do something, you can use this. Okay. So entire image, any image is actually represented in the form of numbers in Python. Okay. So considering that, and we will also use NumPy, that is for the numerical Python. So why we are discussing bitwise for this one is, so what we can do is we can first create a 3-dimensional array. 3-dimensional means because image can be represented only with the 3-dimensional numbers. Okay.
So what do we? When you say array, it's the list only.
No, it is purely array. No list.
So did we cover the array? Because
no. That's what I'm saying. It is as an example. Don't go into like deep of the things.
Okay.
Because NumPy is a totally separate topic.
Okay.
But why I am taking that example here is just for you to get an understanding of like how bitwise will be useful. Okay. So NumPy is an array, and here we call it as 3-dimensional array. 3-dimensional array because here you can see 3 square braces, right? Starting and ending. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it is like an array of 2-dimensional array. So what we are going to do is initially we will create one zeros. We'll fill a 3-dimensional array with all zeros. So it will look like this. If I put it, and so it will create an array with all zeros like this. Why this all zeros? We are going to modify one of the value in this each and every element of the array. So how we are going to modify is, and why we are modifying also I'll tell. So here, if you see last value I made 255. Okay. Okay. So what we are following is we are following the blue, green, red model. Okay. So basic colors, right? Primary colors red, green, blue. So mixing those, we will get the secondary colors. Okay. So here the model is not red, green, blue, but it is blue, green, red. So if you want to get red color, okay, red color the image using Python. So then what you have to do is you have to make the last element of this 3-dimensional array, every last number as 255. Means it is indicating that fill the red. Okay, so this is the red one. Okay, so above is green, above is blue. So blue and red, green we are not going to fill. We are only going to fill the red part. So then an array will be created with all the, you can see such kind of array. I mean, this is simpler example I took. Here more numbers I am taking. So 200 arrays of 200 rows and 3 columns. And here also I am filling the last one as red. So once I fill it and I use the CV2 Python module and say I am write means we are writing to an image. So I'm creating a new JPG file. Okay. I'm creating a new JPG file using this array which I have built. So something it will look like this. So here I took smaller example. Here it is 200 rows of such kind of thing. So that numbers will be transformed into image. So you have to just understand that whatever numbers we are making here, that will be transformed into red colored image. So I just run this. So here you can see the red image. So this is purely generated with the help of the NumPy and the CV2. Okay, those two are the Python libraries which we have to use. Okay. Same way we have generated another green image. So that is also based on the blue, green, red model. So in the second place, we will fill all the 255 values. Okay. Once you have the red and green images, then I will apply a bitwise AND operation. Okay. Bitwise AND operation, you have to imagine like it will apply between each and every element, first to first, second to second, third to third, like this. Okay. So what will happen is, here it is 0 ampersand 0 is 0. Okay. 0 ampersand 255 is again 0. So any bitwise operation, if you perform with 0, it will be zeros. Why? So, okay, so if you take two numbers, I'm taking two numbers. So let us take 4 and 0. Okay. So 4, can you tell the binary form?
0.
No, 1 0 0.
Yeah,
Okay.
1 0 0. Yeah.
0 is all zeros.
Okay.
Okay. So if you apply AND operation,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so it will be 0
0 0
0.
0.
Everything is 0.
Correct.
So this is like a universal thing. So if you do an AND with 0, it will be 0 only.
Okay.
Okay. So because you can see, right? So any bigger number and how much ever bigger number you take. So if you put below all zeros and if you do an AND, so everything will finally be 0 only.
0. Correct.
Right. So we know that this part will work fine. So based on that, what we will do is we are going to apply the AND between this set of numbers and another set of numbers where in between there is 255. So what will happen? Whether there is 255 or anything in any of the array, finally it will become all
0.
zeros. Everything will be 0.
Okay.
So that will actually give me a black image.
Okay.
Okay. All zeros means black image. All 255s means white image.
Okay.
Okay. And next, mixing of red and green. So I want to have first one as 0, second one as 255, and third one as 255. In that case, what I'm using is OR operator. OR means either 1 or 0, I'll get the 1. Means 255 or 0, I'll get 255. So
Okay.
blue, green, red, right? Second place green, third place red. So green and red both will hold. So if I am applying the operation, so it will become 0, 255, 255. So in that case, I'll get a mix of red and green. Mix of red and green color, you know?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay. Yeah, if you literally mix with watercolors red and green,
Yeah.
you should get yellow. Okay.
Okay.
So here first one is black because everything is 0. Second one is yellow.
Okay.
So this is just a very, I can say one simple example of like how the bitwise operation is useful at changing the images itself. Okay. So maybe if you take much more different images and try something, we can change the background, those things. Those things are also possible with the help of this. Okay. So just take this and just run it and see what is happening. That's enough. Okay. Yeah. So bitwise and OR operator and exclusive OR operator, I think it will be, I also don't remember this. So if the bits are same, I think it will use 0 or something like that. So that is for the XOR operator. So the totally 3 operators are there, binary bitwise operators and OR and XOR. So let us see the. Okay. So exclusive OR of integers, arguments which must be integers. So we have to just apply and see. So you are able to open the notebooks right now. Did you install?
I forgot. I will do it today.
Do it. Because there are a lot of programs you can straight away try. E is equal to 10. B is equal to 5. A, I think this is XOR operator. So it is 15. So we have to apply the XOR operation. So 10 is, I think it is 1010. 5 is 101. Okay, so we are actually getting 15. If the bits are different, maybe later did not write this point. It will. Bits are different. It should go 0. Okay. Yeah, it's my mistake. I don't bother much about this XOR operator, so I will not check.
In XOR, I mean, how it calculates. In AND, it's
same thing.
0, 0.
XOR is a bit different. So logical operator which outputs 1 when either of them is 1.
Okay, so all
and
1.
Yeah, either of them is 1.
I mean, in
Both
this
are not.
case.
Okay, so let us take this example only. So if either of them is 1, then it should output 1.
That's
so
right.
let me take
All
1, 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, 4 ones, that is 15. Okay. If both are same, then it will give 0. Okay. So that is a thing. So whenever both are same, then it will give 0. So that is the difference. I'll anyhow edit this and I'll put it in the this content. So whenever both are same, then it should give 0. So you can make one calculation with this. Okay, so let us take A is equal to 4 and B is equal to 5. Okay, can you tell me now A, X or B?
I need to first check this.
No, it is simple numbers I am giving. 4, 5, patafat. 4 and 5. What is 4? What is 5?
I need to check.
Okay, let us do it together. Just you can understand later. You can explore more also. So 4 is 100. Okay, 5 is 101. Okay. So both are same.
Then okay. So 101.
Should give 0.
Final should be 101.
1. So it should be 1. Yeah. So it should be.
I mean 1 is also 0.
Yeah, whenever both are same, it should give 0.
Okay.
Let us go. Okay. So finally output will be 1. Because only one place they are different, whatever we have seen. Okay, so here this is the output 001 means 1. Okay.
Okay.
So that is XOR operator. Next, last one. Shifting operators. Shifting operators, left shift and right shift we do. So example can be, so if we take some number, A is equal to 4. Okay. So A greater than 2. Okay. This is right shift. Okay. So we will shift means we will shift the bits, not the number itself. So four is 100. Okay. So take these bits and shift them by 2 times. Okay. So first time I am shifting 100. Left side you put the zeros. Okay. Again you do a shift. Okay. So and whatever you have to discard this one. Okay. And next again if you make a shift 0, 0, 1, and these two will move this side. And already we have discarded. So if I take this one, then I'll discard this one also. So here 0, 0, 1. So I should get the output as 0, 0, 1. First time shift, this 0 comes here, discard that.
Okay.
And next time shift, this 0 comes here, discard that. And left side add the zeros. Okay. So in that case, what will be the output? You have to see. So 0, 0, 1 means I'm expecting the 1 as the output. So that is a 1. Okay. So if I do the same thing for right shift, left shift. Whatever we have done is right shift. Now we are going to do left shift. So left shift means I have to move to the left side. So same thing, take the bits. So I have to move to the left. Okay. So 1, 0, 0, and 0. So I'll
discard 1.
No, I cannot discard 1. So right side I can discard.
Oh,
left
right
side I cannot discard the 1. Okay.
Okay.
And again, if I make it 1, 0, 0, 0. So this should be my final output.
So just a second. I mean, in left side we discard, in right side we do.
No. Right side we have actually discarded the bits. When I'm moving to the right side, I have discarded the bits. When I moved to the left, I did not discard the bits.
Okay.
There is one reason for this.
Discard the bits and left you
this is actually dependent on the 8-bit stuff. So still we are within the 8 bits range. So that is why I did not discard. Okay. So if I take this number in the full format, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 0, 0. Okay. So I understand after covering the 8 bits, then it will be discarded.
Okay.
In the onto the left side. So that is why here you are not seeing this. So let us try more numbers. So a less than 2, that is 16. So we actually got what number? So 1, 4 zeros. So let us take int of 0b 1. Okay, so this is the value 16. So I took the binary format 1 with 4 zeros, and for that the integer format is actually 16. So that is the same thing we got. So maybe we can take a bigger number. So is equal to.
I mean, do we really do this binary calculation like this? Shift left, shift right. In binary numbers.
It is okay. It is like it has its own advantage and disadvantage. So what is the thing is? So here, shift and there is one relation to the power. Okay, right shift by n bits is defined as floor division by power of 2 comma n. Okay, a left shift by n bits is defined as multiplication with power of 2 comma n. Okay, so you can, instead of using the power, you can use the right shift and left shift also. Okay, so here a is 4 a. So floor division by power of 2 comma 2 means 2 to the power of n is actually 2 here, the right side one whichever comes. Sorry, what is the zero division error? 2 power 2. Floor division. Okay, power operator. I'm using the wrong one. Okay, so this is the right one. So the above one, whatever I give, that power operator itself is incorrect. That is XOR operator.
Yeah,
okay,
correct,
2 or 2. That is 2 XOR 2. That is where it's giving the error. Power operator is double star. So this one is same as this one. Both will give the same result. So in case of instead of using the power, I can use the right shift also. I mean, with simpler syntax, and the way it is done in the memory will be different compared to the power thing. So same thing, if I do a less than 2, I can do the same thing into a into 2 over 2. So the output should be the same. Okay, instead of power, you can use the shift operators also. This is one thing you can do. And there is one more use case for like this bitwise and or. I'll give in a program. Okay, but I'm not using my. Don't worry about this. This shift and these things real time. I did not find any usage for this. Okay. And next, operator precedence. Operator precedence is, since we have learned all the operators, exclude this first 4 rows and check only from here, because these are different topics which we are still yet to cover, and we have to see the examples for that. But whatever we have covered, exponentiation, positive, negative, bitwise, not, multiplication, all these operators, this is a precedence. So till now we were checking the precedence of the operators within them, means within the arithmetic. It is all together. Okay, so all together you have to remember the order. First is exponentiation, and then this is PEMDAS, whichever we remember for arithmetic. In between, after exponentiation comes this positive, negative, and bitwise not.
Yeah.
And after that comes the shift and bitwise operators, and then comparison. Last comes the Boolean. Boolean is the last. Okay. So why we check this? So like for example, if you are having any case where okay, so where you will get something like 1 ampersand 2 ampersand 2 plus 4 minus 3 into 1, something like this. So you're getting a mix of the things. Mm-hmm. And so what is a minus 1 into 1? What is okay. Okay, so 1, not ampersand, 1 ampersand 2, 1 plus 4 minus 3 and 0. Okay, everywhere there is some problem. 3 and 0. I have to use 3. Okay. This is a problem. I am not giving the space. Okay, so how it will evaluate, in what order it will evaluate, so that is important. So in this you have to check for the order.
Okay.
So first is in this I can see first is arithmetic operators, right? So based on that you have to take this. Let us say just do one thing. We'll just understand the flow. That's it. So first I will go with the arithmetic operators. I'll keep the rest of the things same. And in that arithmetic operators, plus and minus have same or different precedence?
Addition has more.
No, it is same only. No, addition and subtraction are same.
Okay. Does
AS? AS. I mean, see. But we have taken the full interpretation, right?
Yeah.
So based on that, if I see, PEMDAS is okay, but you have to remember this one. Multiplication, division or modulo, all three are same. Addition, subtraction, they are same. Okay. So in this one, then it goes from left to right. Yeah. So at that time, I have to take 5 minus 3 or 0. Okay, so next 1, percent 2, or 5 minus 3 is now 2, space or 0. Now, there is a one is bitwise operator and the other one is Boolean. Boolean anyhow comes to the last. Okay, so I'll not worry about. So again, in the bitwise operator, we have and or. So in that case, so in the bitwise operator means we are left with this one. So here there is a precedence in the bitwise. And. So first comes bitwise and next comes the bitwise or. So based on that, 1 and 2 I have to do first. So 1 and 2 means it is 0, 1 and 1, 0. So 0. It will become 0.
0.
Okay. 0 or 2 space or 0. Okay. So now 0 or 2. So obviously it should be 2 only because or means the other number will come. 2 or 0. Now what will be the answer?
Then 2 or 0. Or 0.
Last one is for you.
Will be the answer, is it? So 0.
What is the answer?
You said other number is the answer. So whichever comes later, is it? So 0.
No. Think. We have discussed the and or Boolean.
I mean, when it's 1 is 0, then it's like and is 0, and or is means anything other than 0 is so 2.
Output is what?
2.
2 is correct because what is this 2 is what? Non-zero value.
Yeah.
Non-zero value means we have to take it as true. Yeah. Once it is true, we don't bother about the rest of the things after the or. So it should be 2. Okay, so that is the thing. So just we have to keep that operator precedence in mind and perform any operation if there is a mix of things. Okay, whenever there is a mix of things. But in case in anywhere if you are seeing parenthesis, then first evaluate the parenthesis, then come to the other things.
Sure.
Okay. So this is about So this is all about operators. Now we will go with the flow control statements. So the next topic. Okay. So this is where actually the programming will start. Okay. So first, what is a program? So just we will take one definition and then we are going to explore the things further. So programs are composed of modules. Okay. So I just give one picture. So if you are writing 2 .py files, Python files, okay, I'll call both of them as modules. Okay, and program is a composition of both of them together. Means I can say that 2 Python files are together as one program. Okay, even 3 Python files as one program. Okay, so for me, program is just a full set of lines of code. That's it. So these lines of code can be in different files also. Okay, so program is composed of modules. And each module means single file. Module means single Python file. So modules will contain the statements. Okay. and statements contain the expression. Statements means print of 2 plus 3. This is a statement. But what is the expression inside that? 2 plus 3 is the expression.
Okay.
So D is equal to A plus B. This is a statement, assignment statement. I'm using equal to symbol. I'm assigning the value from the right side to the variable on the left. But what is the expression in this? A plus B is the expression. Okay. So I'm just giving you the hierarchy. So statements can contain expressions, and expressions create and process the objects. Objects means either numbers. I mean, expressions can either create a new variable or they can evaluate existing variables, and finally they will give some single result. So that result we are actually printing onto the screen. Okay. So this is just a overview of like whenever I'm calling something as expression and something as statement. Statement is bigger than the expression. Statements can contain expressions. Okay. So what are statements? Statements are the things we write to tell Python what our program should do. Okay. Statements can be simple statements like print of 3, or statements can be compound statements that have statements nested inside them, like if else. So if else are actually, we call them as statements. Means they are compound statements because inside the if I can have more than one line of code. So they will have more than one statement inside the if block. So that's why I'm calling as compound statement, because it is extending to more than one line. Simple statement means it will be just in one line. So print of 2 plus 3, simple statement. Okay. If it's a compound statement, means always you have to think that it can have more than one line of code. One if I'm saying about any statement, it means more than one line. It's not just one line.
Okay.
So next is flow control. What is flow control? Python's path through a program is called control flow. I mean, either way I call it. So control flow statements such as if that affect this control flow are called control flow statements. But what is exactly control flow means? Where the control will go. I mean, if you place a cursor on the top of your program, so how it will execute line by line. So normally the flow of program execution is from top to bottom, executing all the lines in the program one after the other. Normally it will be like this. So using statements like if, we can skip execution of some statements or lines based on a condition which evaluates to true or false. Means if there are 100 lines in a program from top to bottom, simply Python will execute all of them from top to bottom. But if in between, if I'm putting statements like if, it can skip some lines based on some condition. So that is possible. Means normal flow, I'm changing it. How I'm changing? I'm jumping from maybe line 4 to line 7.
Yeah.
I'm skipping the 5 and 6 lines. So that is where we are controlling the flow of the program execution. So that is why we call this if else statements as control flow statements. I mean, in fact, the looping also, we call them as control flow statements because they will control the flow. They will not let it go like normal way. Based on some criteria, they will change the flow. So that is why these are all called the flow control or the control flow statements. So in that control flow statements, one category is conditional. So conditional statements. So conditional statements means they will allow for conditional execution of a set of statements. So in that, the first one is if statement executes a block of code if a condition or expression evaluates to true. It can be a expression or it can be a condition. So anything is fine. So in both the cases, if it evaluates to true, then it will execute the lines below it. So then I have one question. So for example, now we will take a if. So with this syntax, if I am giving like this, if space print. So what will be the output for this one? Will it print it or will it not print it?
It will print it.
Yeah, it will print it because the string is not an empty string. Okay, yeah. So it is being considered as true. Okay. Means here, Ankit, this string is an expression. It's not really a condition, but it is an expression. But if I am saying like this, if 100 greater than 0. Here it is a condition. So that's why we say either condition or it can be an expression also.
Okay.
So what will be the output?
it will be 5 by, sorry.
By only, because 5 it will
Yeah,
be 5,
yeah, yeah.
and if of 5, that is fine. Always it will
Okay.
be true only. So if I am saying if 0, what will be this one output? Will it print Python or not?
No, 0 is false.
Yeah, so it should not print anything.
Yeah.
So it will not print. So if is like any condition or any expression, you give it right side after the if, so that will be evaluated for true or false things, and then the corresponding things will be evaluated. I mean, all the statements below the if. So every statement will be indented to the same level under the if block. Okay.
Okay.
So you cannot make anything like okay, so it should be at the same level. If you are doing maybe like this. Okay. So it will be, so it should be indented to the same level. Okay. So then only it will consider that those set of statements as belonging to if.
Okay.
So it will group them under the if. So this is the syntax. So if condition or expression, then statement 1, 2, so on, and how many other statements you want to give, you can give.
Okay.
Next is if or else, if else statement. If else means it is a two-way decision making. Okay. Means if the condition is true, you will execute some set of lines. If it is not true, you will execute some other set of lines. But what that some other set of lines, where they are given under the else. Okay. And observe that after the if and the condition, I am giving the colon symbol. This is very much important. Okay. Yeah. So this colon here, and after the else also I am giving the colon. So this is indicating like the start point for the if block or the else block. Okay. So without that, it will not work. And if can be optionally followed by an else statement, which executes a block of code when the condition or the expression after the if evaluates to false. Only when this is false,
then these only statements will be executed.
Will be executed. Okay.
Otherwise it will stop.
And it is not mandatory to have an else after the if. You can simply write only if, that is fine. Okay. Else is only an optional part. If you want, you can put it based on your requirement. Okay. Same thing. This is for two-way. Why we are saying two-way? Because either you do this or this. There is no other third way. Okay. So if this is true, do these things. If this is false, do these things. Only you do this or that. Only two options. Okay. Next is if else statement. This is multi-way. So you'll go in many directions, not just two directions. You might go in more than two directions. So in that case, we can give if and then the elif, and this elif can be repeated 0 or more times. That's why I have given in parenthesis. Just follow the Python original side. These things can be repeated how many times? 0 or more times. So you can either have no elifs or you can have more than a number of elifs. And the last else part is also optional. That's why it is put in the square braces. Okay. So what does this mean is, first you will check for some condition. Okay. If that is false, you will check for some other condition. Yeah. If that is also false, you will check for some other condition. Yeah. So you are still checking the conditions in the if. So all the if elif. If this one, else if this one, again else if this one. So else, actually elif is a short form for else if. Yeah. So instead of writing else if, we will write elif. So in Python it is only elif. There is nothing called else if. So instead of else if, they have given the elif. Okay. So now if you take some programs, then it will be good. So let us take. So one program I'll show you by myself. So simplest programs, write a program to check if given number is odd or even. Okay. So odd or even means, you know what, when we can say something as odd or even?
When it's divisible by 2, it's even.
By 2.
Otherwise,
yeah. So if it is divisible by 2 means what is the remainder?
0.
So that is a condition we are going to take. So first is I am taking the number, int of input of enter the number. Okay. So whatever thing I will enter, it will be in the string, it will be converted to int and it will be stored in the num variable. So num % 2 equal to 0 means if the remainder is 0, then it is even.
Even number.
else
it's
it
a
is odd.
number.
I'm just taking the other case as just odd. That's
Yeah.
it. So if I execute this, so I'll have to enter the number. It will give us even. Okay. Same thing I can do using the bitwise operators. Okay. So here, this number I'm doing an bitwise and with 1. Okay. If it is equal to 0, the number is even. If not, it is odd.
Okay.
Why? Because for an even number, the last bit will be 0.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So based on that, we are actually taking this condition. Okay. If the last bit is 1, then what will happen? This will never be equal to 0. The output will never be equal to 0. So in that case, it will go to the odd. So odd number will have the last bit as 1, and even number will have the last bit as 0. So based on that condition, we are actually using the bitwise for checking the even or odd. This is also another way, just using the bitwise operators. That's it. Okay. Next is we can check multiple if statements without the else. As I said, there is it is not mandatory to have any else after the if. So in that case, I can use if and also another if. So I can use n number of ifs one after the other without any restriction. So here I am checking whether the number is odd and also divisible by 3. I want to check 2 different conditions. One is whether it is odd and other one is whether it is also divisible by 3. Okay. So if it is leaving a remainder of 0 when divided by 3, then I'm saying it is divisible by 3. And also I'm checking another different condition, whether it is odd or not. So here, both conditions will be executed irrespective of the other one. Means even if the first one fails, the second one will be executed. So these two are independent conditions.
I mean, both will execute. It does not really matter, right?
Matter.
If even
Yeah,
first
both will
executes,
execute.
then also
Yeah,
second
there is
will
no
execute.
dependency of one on the other.
Correct.
Next, I can use if, else, and another if separately. So this is just another form. Just so checking like if the number is divisible by 3, and I'm printing another thing not divisible by 3 in case it is not divisible. Why? Because in the earlier case, I'm not giving any message to the user whether it is not divisible or not. So here I'm giving a message to the user with the help of the else.
Okay.
So and again if else. So I'm writing if else and again if else. So just I'm trying to showcase that you can give an else or you don't give an else. It doesn't matter. So it is up to you to structure the if and else conditions. Okay. If you only else, that is never possible. So else should always mandatorily follow what? Else should always mandatorily follow?
Else mandatory follow. If should be there to get to else.
I mean, mandatorily follow an if.
Yeah.
Okay. So before the else, there should be an if. So that is why if you write only else, it will get an error. Okay. So this is a program. So write a program that takes salary of an employee as an input and applies the hike based on the salary.
Okay.
Okay. If the salary is less than or equal to 10,000, give 30% hike. If the salary is greater than 10,000 and less than or equal to 20,000, give 20%. If the salary is greater than 20,000 and less than or equal to 30,000, give 10% hike. So this is, you are checking the if condition, but there are multiple conditions, right?
Yeah, multiple
conditions. So you can take if and elif. Why? Because even if the first one fails, I have to check the second one. If the second one fails, I have to still check the third one.
Correct.
Okay. If the first one is successful, there is no need to check the second one. So that is why I'll not write multiple ifs, but I will write one if followed by two elifs.
Correct.
Okay. So based on that, can you write the program now?
Yeah. So just a second. Let me write this. I mean, okay, just a second. 30.
It means that you have to change the original salary value.
Okay, so
You have to
yeah,
reassign again.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay, just a second. Then we say.
If you just make the structure also, that is fine.
Yeah.
We'll execute together.
Okay.
Okay.
Just a second. I'm just doing. It's almost done. I'm just sharing the code. Okay, just give me a minute. I forgot to print the print. Just a second. Just a second. Say then 20%, and then finally if more than 20,000, 21,000, 10% off. And
okay. So this one, let me take this copy. Let us put it here. Okay. Salary is equal to int of input. Yeah, you're taking if salary is less than or equal to 10,000.
Is also there, so I haven't put equal to. I've just not included one condition equal to. Yeah. A small flaw is that just a second, salary is greater than this.
Okay, let us execute.
Actually, I've taken the salary plus the same, is it, or elif? You can tell.
Let us execute and see. Then you will get to.
Okay.
Let us say I'm entering 10,000. No, 10,000. Let me enter 9,000. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is 9,000. I have to apply how much hike? 30%, right?
Correct.
So 30% means 2,000.
Really, I think that is where the issue is, right? I multiplied by 10,000 directly, is it?
Correct. That's it. So every we have to replace with salary.
Salary. Correct.
Yeah, in fact, if you can directly put this one also, because already you are checking. Yeah. So even if you don't check like this, this is still okay. Okay. So here also not good. And here one more flaw is, I mentioned less than or equal to for.
Yeah, equal to, but yes, I think, yeah. I was just doing this from the elephant condition perspective, yeah.
Same thing. Okay. So same thing here, I took the same way. So if elif, I just put the else, and inside that I put the if. Just for intentionally, I put this just as an example. So you can, instead of writing elif, if you want to write else if, then you can write like this. Okay, under the else, put an if. Okay, anywhere you can put again and if and else. That's not a problem. Okay, inside the if program, add an else so that the below message is displayed to the user when the salary is greater than 30,000. Just another case, in case if user is entering some other value more than 30,000. Okay. So at that time, if you want to handle, I am just putting an else after that. Okay. So just printing some message. So it is already more, no hike will be given, something like this. Okay. And next is check eligibility for government scheme. So here, okay, where did I write the question? Okay. We'll take the age of a person and check whether he is already getting pension or not. And parents, okay, so I did not write the question for this. Okay, let me make a question and I'll give it as a assignment to you.
Okay.
Yeah. And last one, yeah, this one also I'll give it as a question for you. Okay, greater of 3 numbers. Okay. So generally you might write greater of 2 numbers, greater of 2 numbers. Generally the first question comes. You can start with greater of 3 numbers itself. Okay. Can you tell me how we can get greater of 3 numbers? So we will have 3 numbers, all taken as input from the user. We have to print the greatest number.
See,
yeah. Either it is
A. You can compare like if A is greater than B and A is greater than C, then similarly B is greater than A or B is greater than C, and then C is greater than A or C is greater than...
No, those many are not required. Okay, so that's why actually I have put flowchart here. I mean, when I was explaining to other students, I took the screenshot of this one as well. So here, best thing is whenever you're writing program, try to draw a flowchart.
Yeah.
Fast. Okay. So for flowchart, the symbols I'm using is like this start is an like oval kind of thing and stop also same. Okay, I did not put stop here. And whenever you are taking some inputs, I am putting this parallelogram kind of symbol.
Okay.
So what are all the inputs? I'll put it here.
Okay.
Okay. So for me here, the inputs are A, B, C, 3 numbers.
Correct.
Okay. Next, any condition I want to check, I'll use the diamond symbol. Okay. So I'm checking, first thing is, I am checking directly taking the A might be greater. So based on that, I am thinking like if A is greater than B and A is greater than C, both conditions are satisfied, means then only I'll get a true.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll print A is greater.
Okay.
Okay. Next case, false. Okay. So if it is false, then might be B is greater or C is greater, right? That is the only option we have.
Correct.
So in that case, I'll directly check only for B is greater than C.
Okay.
So now the fight is only between B and C. So if B is greater, means this will be true and I'll directly print B is greater.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. The other case is if it is false, then C is greater. There is no other go.
Okay.
Okay. So like this, you can make flowchart
okay.
and then try any program. So with that, the advantage is you'll not try more things and put many conditions. Yeah. It will, I mean, at the end of the day, it will be redundant. So that is why better to have a flowchart for every program. Okay. Okay. In notebook, your advantage is draw in whiteboard, put it in front of your program, and it will be useful for you to refer later also. Okay. Okay. So directly an image you can put it like
which notebook, or like I think you last time said some that UI comes right for the Python. What we have to install like.
This is Jupyter Lab.
Jupyter, yeah, Jupyter notebook, correct.
Jupyter node. I mean Jupyter node. This what you say? This one you are seeing, right? This cells and output. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This one we actually call it as notebook. Okay. So these people have made it in such a way that it's like the notes you are making. You are writing a program. You are writing description about that in one cell, and you are putting an image. Everything is possible.
Okay.
Okay. So only thing is you have to change the type of the cell. So here, when you're writing code, this is a code cell.
Okay.
When you want to write something else, you make it markdown. Okay. For example, this is a markdown. Okay. Markdown means notes. You write some notes about what you are writing, what your program is doing. Okay. What is the syntax? Something. You can put everything inside this one. Okay. So this is useful when you are doing more programs. Okay. When you are reading something, then you can use that navigation. Okay. But when you are doing some program and writing some notes about that, you can use the notebook. Okay. So, yeah. And any image, if you want, just copy that and paste it here, make it a markdown. Then after pasting it here, what you do is shift enter, then it will show the image. Okay. So it means like you are executing. You can markdown also you can execute. So, but that is for the notes purpose, and this is for the code purpose. Okay. Everywhere you will press this run button, whether it is notes or whether it is code. Okay. So let us see if there are any other programs. Okay, there are other programs also. Taking a password as input from the user and checking some conditions. This I'll give you as direct programs for you, and you can try. Okay. Because more programs you will try, you will get more doubts. So just check. Yeah, I'll try to share it by end of day or maybe by tomorrow afternoon. Okay, so that is a possibility. Next, after this if-else statements, there is also something called ternary. Okay. Ternary if-else or condition. I cannot put print Python. Okay, just print of Python. Let's print of. Okay, yeah, this is true. So first I will give whenever the condition is true, I have to give the following statement here on the left side. Okay. And since this is a short form, you can give only single statement, not like multiple statements. Give just one single statement. instead of writing like this in a bigger format in 4 lines, I can write in a single line. Okay. But what comes in difference is, first it will give the expression or the statement which needs to be executed after the condition is true, that you have to put first. Okay. I am saying print Python if 1, if it is true. Else print high. Okay. Same thing I can do like this, and here if I mention this if 0, means this condition will anyhow evaluate to false, means it should go to the else, so then it will print high. Okay, so this is a short form. Like whenever you think like it's not just only one statement you need to execute under the if and else, then use this single line. So here, that is what here it is mentioned. Conditional expressions have the lowest priority of all Python operations. In fact, this actually print is written in none, right? So that is a problem. Might be. Let me take int of. Just to if 1 else int of 10 plus. Okay. So 100. Oh, sorry, it has taken like this. Yeah. Let me make it like this. Copy. Plus. Okay, so now it makes sense. So here what we are doing, so here first inside this, whatever is there, it will get executed. Okay. So if the condition is true, then it should return int of 100. Int of 100 means this is in string format, so it will convert into number 100. Okay. So this entire thing will get evaluated to only 100. Why? Because the condition is true, only the left side one will be executed. The right side after the else it will not get executed. So 100 plus 20. So 120. So this is something different from the normal if statement, because normal if we cannot put inside an expression. Okay. So that is in itself a separate set of lines. You cannot mix up with put it inside the expression. But here, this kind of conditional expression you can mix with other things wherever possible. Okay. So you are evaluating the condition as well as you are adding the result of that evaluation to some other value. So that is possible with the help of conditional expressions. Okay. Next is nested if else. So as I said, you can put anything, an entire set of if else inside the if, as well as inside the elif, as well as inside the else. Everything is valid. Okay, so you can repeat this as many times based on your requirement. You can nest to any number of levels. Okay. So that is a nested if else, and this nested if else will be coming as part of the programs which I give you. So once you try, if it is not working, and again I'll explain that in that program itself. Okay. Yeah. So with this, we can stop for today, and tomorrow we'll continue with match and case and the loops. Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay then. Okay. Thank you.